Alright, so welcome back for episode 9 of Steve's Model Railroad build. Um, just want to make a few comments before we get down to a bit of business here. I'm new at this, and like with anything else, there's room for improvement. And so I've gone back and I've looked at the videos I've made, and I'll do my best to improve my presentation skills. Uh, the first few videos, they had good information and so forth, but also, you might want to use them if you're having trouble going to sleep before bedtime. So, anyways, the other thing I wanted to quickly mention was that I had a very bad heart attack in 2015, and as a result, sometimes I lose my train of thought. So please do bear with me. I haven't learned how to edit the video yet. That'll be down the road. I just wanted to clarify a couple of things. The I had talked about the DCC, the Digital Command and Control, and I made a comment that it pretty much runs itself. Well, that's true, but it only runs itself after you completely program everything into it. Um, so, if you're really interested in code and computer programming and things like that, then DCC's for you. Um, with DC, there are options that you can get. I'll review it down the road, but there are options that you can get to add a microprocessor to work switches and so on and so forth. So that's that as far as that goes. The other little thing was the direction switch on the controller. No matter what kind of controller it is, all right? Stop the train before you change the direction switch, okay? Before you change the direction, stop the train, all right? You might think it's kind of fun and cool to run it at full speed and keep switching the direction. First of all, probably it'll end up derailing anyways. And second of all, you're going to burn out your motor and wreck your locomotive. And you might even wreck your controller. So please don't do that. All right. Okay, so that's it for that. And I wanted to go over. I did some stuff on model kits, a couple episodes, and they were just okay. Um, the oil tanks project is in progress, and unfortunately, the silvering of the tanks didn't turn out very well, so I'm going to have to look at a different solution for that. But in the meantime, I wanted to show you this. Uh, this is uh, this is the Faller Trackside Buildings and Equipment Shed Kit. Okay, Faller's a German manufacturer, great company. I've added the link uh, to my intro there, and came in a box like this. So took the plastic off, opened the box. I got there's a little note included here. Very nice. Tells you what to do in case you have any problems. And very nice touch. A little bit of personalization there. So that was nice. Okay. Okay, so it was well packed. There's good sturdy cardboard here, which we can use to make something like a container. Speaking of the containers, I had mentioned in the previous episode about this. It costs $22. It's just a plastic bottle. If you really don't want to make it from scratch out of cardboard, then hunt around online and see if you can get like a 3-pack or a 4-pack or something for a reasonable price. Okay, unless you don't care about paying $22 for a little plastic ball. Anyways, so we open this and came nicely sealed in plastic. pieces. Some of the little guys have come off from the sprue, but that's okay. It's not a big deal. You get this in multiple languages, including English. That's all the safety stuff, and they really go overboard. But it is important that kids be supervised, and that if you're working with glue or paint, that you always work in a well-ventilated area. And never put the pieces in your mouth, okay? Okay, so last time, or for construction of the National Oil Company oil tanks, these were the instructions that I got. This was it, okay? With Fowler, you get this. See if I can get the whole thing here. Okay, so you get this, and you get this. Okay. Somewhere I saw a parts count. Yeah, it's on the back here. So these are the kind of instructions you want. Okay. These are among the best I've ever seen. Right. So at the back it tells you tools you need, kind of glue, and all that little bits of information. Okay. And so there's a big difference there in the instructions. I'm not complaining about the National Oil Company from Lifelike Trains. It was fine. I was happy with it, and I will be happy with it. So back to the faller. So as I said, the first thing you want to do is take out your pieces. You want to lay them out carefully. Okay, and then make sure there's nothing rattling around in the box. Okay. So the first thing the instructions show is all the parts as they're attached to the sprue. Okay. As I explained before, this is the sprue, the stuff that the plastic's attached to. You'll also get flashing, which is like little oozes of the injection mold, and you may need to trim those off carefully. Okay, so this kit, I'm very impressed, with the instructions. It starts with the, as I said, it shows you the parts. And I noticed too, the detailing on here, okay, on the National Oil and on the Walthers, the detailing is great. But here I see they've actually added a bit of weathering. So it still looks kind of like plastic, but not like plastic right out of the box like you normally get. So, if you wanted to take time to construct this, but you didn't want to paint it at the particular time or weather it, then you wouldn't be embarrassed to put this on your layout until you had time to get around to that, or decided where it was finally going to go. So anyways, very good quality, and again, all the parts are numbered. And it gives you for each particular one. Okay, then we move on. Okay, so these are numerical, 1, 2, 3. Then we move on to how to construct it. So I don't know if you can see that. Okay. So A, the part 3 from, so this is a window. This is a window here. Pointer. This is a window here. You see you've got windows, different windows. Okay. So this is how you start. You're going to build the first little shed building. Okay. Now, windows. It's really great that they provide windows, but you want to make sure, like if you're gonna paint your structures, you want to do the painting before you put the windows in. So as we go through this build, we'll see how that's done. Okay, and then we'll just go from there. Okay. So each particular one, and it moves on. There we go. Everything's really well illustrated. And really all you have to do is just look for the right part and follow what they say to do. Okay? So, and then like I said, at the back. So in the end, this is what you get. This is just black and white picture, actually. It doesn't really do justice to the detail you get here. Okay? So, this kit, it cost about $34 Canadian. It's shipped from Germany. Got here way quicker than they said it would, so I was happy about that. Now you might say, $34, that's a lot of money for 3 little buildings. But I'll tell you, if you do this properly, and if you take the time to paint it and weather it, it's going to cost you about, it's going to be about $1 an hour for your enjoyment and entertainment. Okay? I'm not saying it's going to take you 30 hours, but you're going to get hours and hours and hours of enjoyment and skill building too. So, and remember I was talking about N scale before as well. You see the size of these pieces. The N scale, they're half the size. So, unless you really want to work with delicate things, you're probably better off with HO scale. Okay, so we're going to put this away carefully, and the next episode will be starting on this, I promise. And this way. Okay, and 2 more additions to the fleet, as it were. That oil tank installation, and so you need tanker cars to deliver. Okay, so this is nice, British Columbia Railway. I think I got this from Walters, but I'm not sure. Anyways, it's good quality, good weight, and I like British Columbia Railway. I don't even know if it exists anymore, but I live in British Columbia, so that's kind of hometownish for me. And then Gulf oil. In the old days, back in the 70s, I always used to get my gas at Gulf. They got swallowed up by Petro-Canada, like a lot of the other ones. So, okay, so those are the 2 new additions. They're both the same except for their decoration, and they you can see the rivets, you see the tops, nice real wire guardrail here instead of just plastic. So they're pretty nice. Yeah. There we go. Alright, so that's it for this episode, and I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you found it a little more interesting than the last ones. And I'm going to go over those and maybe delete them, but I might just leave them on for old time's sake. So hope you all see constant improvement, and we'll see you next time.